But at the same time, it might be still pretty random as it is, because you never know where you're supposed to go. So either way though, and it turns out, yeah, but it looks like I'm pretty sure I might as well go the same way as where Peach is at. And I think I should probably go on the right, because I really refuse to able to actually lose a star, depending on that particular... You know, that path is gonna take me to a different destination, so because of that though... Oh, looks like Yoshi's going this way. At first I thought that Yoshi might able to meet up with, you know, Baby Bowser for surely, just in case he would be able to go after his next star. But apparently, say goodbye to his star because, well, that has been taken. And also, to make matters worse, that, you know, the actual boost, oh no, the teleportation pad, sorry, will be able to be in shuffle mode. So because of that, we never know what's gonna be up ahead for the likes of any other boost, well, I keep on saying boost pads, I keep thinking about any other Sonic games recently, but anyway, the actual teleportation pads, and then we never know what that's gonna lead us for this point now. So either way though, let's go ahead and move on to Coin Block Bash, and this time around though, Peach is she's gonna be the only one managed to able to utilize the hammer. So either way though, I think I'm also able to try to grab some even more coins from there. Even if I really want to save it up for likely for something else entirely, even for, you know, grabbing some stars, and if there's any rare possibilities that we might able to actually meet up with Boo, perhaps, but again, it's all depending on random chaos involved. Even though, I will admit though right away, is the fact that aside from Wario's Battle Canyon was actually become pure chaos, but it turns out you can able to actually be skillful enough as long as you would be able to, you know, time your aiming, you know, crosshairs until you're able to land on that specific spot. But it comes off as like ridiculously fast, and then it could be also kind of random as well, if you're able to try to deal with that stuff, I suppose. But anyway. Alright, so it looks like Peach, I think she's also gonna meet up with, oh wait. Yeah, she meets up with Bowser again. Or, in this case, she managed to meet up with Bowser at least, so either way though, she meets up with him again, but this time, say goodbye to one of your stars, so I'm guessing I'm the only one now has some stars. Now, I can definitely notice that I'm pretty much gonna ignore the left pad, because, you know, I'm also able to lose one too. Especially noticeable how the fact that, well, I'm still at 2 stars at the moment. And I really can't guarantee about the fact that if some players else were able to decide to catch up a little bit, so... Anyway, so let's see what Luigi's gonna go for. He gets a 2 due to the slow dice block. And, as far as for me, I'm gonna be able to have a one-on-one conversation between, well, that particular Baby Bowser, as you can see. So even then, though, hopefully I might as well guarantee to get my 3rd star out of this. So there's 8, and let's see what Baby Bowser's gonna get. And he gets a 3. So yeah, then again, this is actually a really easy kind of stuff if you really want to go after certain stars. But then again, if you lose to Baby Bowser, as you saw when Luigi just lost by him, basically you're able to actually give a star to Baby Bowser. Other than the fact that it doesn't add up the actual the 2-star counter and during that particular star space spot, it only counts as 1, by the way, so I just want to classify that. So even though you were expecting to believe to able to boost up your stars counter, but nope, it turns out it wasn't, so... Alright, keep away again. Hopefully this time around though we're not gonna mess things up completely this time. So either way though, I'm guessing it's probably my fault for able to actually just well, jump on Luigi and then hopefully just God forbid just try to able to actually go for it, and then you would be able to actually just oh no, did I seriously mess things up again? Come on. No, don't toss it over here. Come on. It's all about teamwork here. It's all about teamwork. Oh, screw it. I'm just gonna do this by myself. Oh, finally. Oh. That did take quite a while to able to actually just to go ahead and complete this mini game, and at the same time also try to achieve more coins to top it off as well. So hey, at least on the upside though, at least we accomplished that. So Anyways, let's see what turn are we in, even though I'm pretty much guaranteed to lost track of myself, so either way though, let's see if... Oh, Peach managed to able to get 1 coin, but take away 3 coins in the process, so that seems unfortunate. And another happening space, which unfortunately, I don't think I can get my chance to able to actually catch up to Baby Bowser. I think, fundamentally speaking actually, I think we've already got about 1 more Baby Bowser left until we're able to actually just well, simply to say, is the fact that once you're done with all 7 of those Baby Bowsers, turns out is the fact that, yeah, there's only 1 left. And if you're done with them all, basically all these 7 Baby Bowsers will be back again. And fundamentally speaking, it's going to be on the exact same places as each other, so there's not much difference anyway. So I'm also landing on a happening space just because, well, I just feel like just trying to do that. Plus because of how the fact that, well, I just want to be like a safe precautions, I suppose. Specifically, whenever I really refuse to able to land on that particular chance time, even for likely I refuse to let my stars will be betrayed or anything else like that. But oh, wait a second, I think I get the feeling that Yoshi might able to land on a chance time if I recall. Oh, maybe he not. And it looks like this is the 3rd happening space by this point, so, but even then though it seems kind of pointless though really, that's the 2nd time that's been happening. And as a matter of fact though, is the fact that there's not much else I can really say about this board honestly. It's just the fact the matter is though is that, you know, it's gonna have to deal with a lot of warp pads and all that stuff though, into you traverse through different parts of the Shadowed Star itself. So either way though, there's nothing... Although it can be pretty complicated at times, most notably with, you know, you never know when exactly you're supposed to be able to just, you know, trying to able to actually just go whatever you want to go, so... And it looks like Peach is going to be able to deal with the Coin Shower Flower, and I think I might actually get a lot of disadvantages from this minigame. Even though I'm kind of thinking about it though, one thing I totally forgot to mention something is the fact that whenever you try to play this minigame reminds me of so much of that one minigame involves around 2 vs 2 minigame from the likes of Mario Party 3, where basically we have to utilize the boat and stuff, except rather than just, you know, trying to able to ride on a boat on your own, we have to deal with a cooperation to each other in order to grab those coins. But yeah, that's as far as I like to point things out for that particular reference to another Mario Party game, which again, we'll get into those during at some point, so don't worry. So, alright, so we are on turn number 15 already, so even then though, things should be a little bit more quicker than I expected. Even though despite the fact that there's going to be a lot of board events, now it might take a while before this turn is actually over due to, you know, a lot of things like teleporting pads and all that jazz, so there's not much else to say. Apart from the fact that one thing I totally forgot to mention about this ever since in Super Monkey Ball 2 Let's Play recently is the fact that Xbox Series X, as well as the recently revealed Xbox Series S, has finally been revealed after those leaks online. Turns out is the fact that they actually got themselves not only the release date, but also price tags here and there as well. And as far as the actual release dates between, let's just say, both Xbox Series X as well as Xbox Series S, both are about to be releasing at the exact same day as each other, and then that's going to be during out at some point in, I would say the 10th of November actually, so even then though, it might not be that long actually, if it's only for likely for 2 months ahead, but now we just need to wait until when the PlayStation 5 gets its price tag and also the release date at the same time. But we don't know exactly for sure though, just because again with the actual stupid pandemic was a thing, but either way though, we'll just have to wait and see what happens here. Oh! Yoshi misses!
Miss.
Too bad for you, buddy. Too bad for you. Especially noticeable how the fact that you've almost gonna get us, but it turns out that, well, Mario, Luigi, and Peach managed to be the only ones able to, well, I'm still playing as Mario after all, but then next you notice is the fact that Luigi and Peach do know exactly what they expect to dodge that particular, you know, that shell that's usually coming on. So, anyways, let's move on to the last 5 turn events in Mario Party. And, well, I guess it's a matter of time. We can able to actually be pretty much dominated for the sake of the forms of this board in particular. And good news for this point, folks, although we're probably not going to discuss on this until when this board was actually finished. Oh wow, looks like turns out that no one actually just managed to meet up with the last baby Bowser for quite some time. Even though it seems pretty obvious, because I said this before, in order to able to go from one place to another, you have to simply just manage to get a lot of emphasis on, you know, to specifically use these little warp pads and stuff like that, and that's as far as saying goes. So, alright, so I got the 10, so huzzah for that. And that way, oh really, it just warps me back all the way over there. Oh jeez, I did not expect it for that point. Let's go up there. But then again though, it's all entirely random sometimes, because you never know when exactly you're going to make it or something, so... Alright, so one player game, we are playing... Darn it! We haven't played Whack-A-Plant, but... At least I can now finally play Limbo Dance or what have you. So either way though, let's see what the actual rule says. So do a Limbo Dance under all the Limbo sticks, lean back and jump forward by pressing A. And if you jump A too many times, or if you press A too many times, then you probably be disqualified, or in this case, you would fail the minigame. So I'm hoping I won't get ourselves a hard course, I don't think, which, fundamentally speaking, we'll have to wait and see what happens. Oh, jeez. Alright, so looks like so far so good, and there's a red bar, and oh boy, we actually got the easy course, so that's all for that. Whew. I really don't know if I was gonna come across into this minigame again, then if I somehow come across into the hard course eventually at this point, then I'm also able to find out and see what happens whenever we get into Minigame Island during, you know, the next weekend or something like that, or should I say next week. So that might be a strong possibility for Endless, so... Excuse me. Oh yeah, something worth mentioning for this point too is the fact that yes, I did manage to fix my microphone recordings, unlike the ones and how it does it in, let's just say in Bowser's Make-A Mountain, that I seem to able to come across into a lot of microphone problems recently, because, you know, the actual buzzing sounds are way too loud, and also because I have to redo those little takes, because otherwise you won't able to hear me doing a lot of commentary and such, so... Oh, treasure, 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 treasure is mine! Hands off! Hands off, Yoshi, the treasure is mine! Haha! Anyway, enough about that. And, as a matter of fact now, let's just hope until whenever we get on to the next few videos of Mario Party 1, and then eventually I'm also able to be fully comfortable when it comes to likely for other things worth noting for. And I suppose that, I'm pretty sure that, I've already mentioned about this ever since in, Super Monkey Ball 2, that, recently we've managed to get ourselves a brand new tour from the likes of, well, from Mario Kart Tour, which this time around, though, is going to be a huge focusing on is Super Mario Kart. Oh, ouch. Poor Peach, she managed to get screwed over right there. Even though she doesn't have a star anymore, in this case you'll be taking 20 coins if you don't have a star when you meet up with Bowser. So it's likely the similar thing for Bowser's Make-A Mountain for almost, but except the fact that, well, we have to deal with a lot of warp machines in order to traverse for different parts of the star, as you know. Alright, so Peach, on the other hand, she's going to be playing a shell game, so in this case she needs to able to hopefully get her coins back, or if not, and then she might as well get screwed over and take away 5 coins, to be more precise. So yeah, as far as the forms of the Xbox Series X as far as I'm concerned, even with Series S, the noticeable difference between the two is that similar to the forms of how it does it in PlayStation 4, that basically... Oh jeez, chill out Koopa, just chill out. Anyway, oh yeah, also, it's the fact that the next Assassin's Creed game called, Valhalla, which I think that was about to due out in, specifically, 10th of November this year, which is the exact same day as in Xbox Series X is about to be releasing, as well as Xbox Series S, so I just want to classify that. Oh yeah, something's worth mentioning for this point as well is the fact that the only major difference between Xbox Series X compared to Series S is the fact that similar to the ones and how it does it in PlayStation 5, they do have two versions of PlayStation 5. One is, of course, the digital version, which actually allows us to able to digital download some of the games in particular, and then it doesn't have the actual disc tray. And I think fundamentally it might get a cheaper price or something, but then again though, we haven't exactly heard of the PlayStation 4 for quite some time. And also at the same time is the fact that basically that on the disk drive, when it comes to PlayStation 5, it will obviously read Blu-ray discs or 4K, if you will. But then again, I haven't really exactly looked upon that much of PlayStation 5 news and stuff like that for quite a while, just because, well, at this point, it's the fact that I'm usually still excited for Nintendo stuff, like, to be more specifically, that I'm really excited to able to see how Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity is going to be able to play out, even though it's going to be a prequel to Breath of the Wild game for sure. And again, I was able to play that first before I jump into actual Breath of the Wild game, so that way I can follow up the actual timeline, because I don't want to get confused and stuff like that in terms of the plot elements to the mix. So I guess that makes it obvious for that point right there, so... Oh, please. Oh, you... Oh! Son of a... Oh! God damn it! I was hoping I can able to hold up my coins counter, but looks like Yoshi is definitely gonna catch up to my coins count. Even for a coin store, don't forget. Thankfully it's not trading coins, luckily, so at least I'm practically gonna be safe from here, so... In this case, oh great, castaways. Thankfully, at least I can potentially try to grab some of my coins back. Well, at least assuming if I manage to able to not screw it up this time. At least I'm hoping so anyway. So, yeah, that could be, actually I'll get into more about this until any second, is because, well, I'm just gonna have to focus on this minigame for now, and once again I keep missing it. Seriously, I just really hate the strict timing on this minigame sometimes, is that, again, if you manage to get the accuracy going, you will be fine. It's just the fact the matter is, though, is the fact that you always have to do this, like, most of the time before the minigame ends. Like, as a result, it just keeps on messing up with my timing skills or what have you, which, that might be seems a little bit of a problematic for some. But anyway, at least I got a treasure chest at least, so that way I would be able to actually grab like 10 coins at will, so either way though, yeah. And yes, for those of you probably wondering about the fact that, hey, since that Pikmin 3 Deluxe has already been revealed for about a month ago, or somewhat a month ago for this point right now, aren't you gonna able to tackle through Pikmin 3 Deluxe in terms of side stories and stuff like that? Unfortunately though, for the sake of this point guys, I think I should probably pass, because, well, usually relatively speaking is the fact that I'm still Pikmin out. Although, despite that, at least we have some exciting stuff, like some side stories, DLC content here and there, but I really don't know if I might be able to get in day one, but hopefully eventually I will, but it's just the fact that I'm just really busy at the moment, especially noticeable with some other things are worth planned, and also I think we've already got about next few videos left in terms of Mario Party 1, and then eventually until at some point in November, then Sylvester will be able to move on to Mario Party 2. As for Mario Party 3, it will be expectedly to be early next year, and especially noticeable for Mario Party 4, I think fundamentally, I'm thinking it would able to be happening during at some point by the middle of 2021, and also same applies to Mario Party 5, and as far as 6 is concerned, well, basically it's the fact that I'm pretty sure that'll make it happen by the end of 2021. And for the majority of... Oh, for God's sake. I hate Chance Times. I hate Chance Times so much. Anyway, as far as Mario Party 7 and 8, they are both going to be on, well, to be more specifically, 2022. So, just want to point that out. So, either way though, let's go ahead and give it to me, and that's fine. I was expecting to give it to Yoshi, but I guess my timing wasn't exactly the most accurate thing in the world. But hey, at least I get some of my coins back. Well, at least to be more specifically, 20 of them. Whew. I think Sylvester might do that the same thing as I did until when he gets to Mario Party 2 at some point in, as I said this before, until November, but we'll see what happens during that some form or another. So I get the feeling that Yoshi might be almost nearly at the actual, oh, don't you? Okay, thank God. Hey, thank goodness for that, he'd never land on that chance time space again, and if he does, then I'll be pretty much gonna have to almost throw my controller. Although I'm probably not going to do that because, well, obviously I had the N64 for a very, very long time now, so I refuse to able to throw my controller, so... Anyway, Crazy Cutter. And this time we are doing a Goomba shaped. I'm pretty sure, I don't know if we actually done the Boo shaped formation of, Crazy Cutter or something like that. But either way though, I'll just look back on it to see if what variations of Crazy Cutter that we've already technically done. Because I'm pretty sure we've done Bob-omb and Goomba, but I don't know about Boo though. But even then though, that begs the question that, well, I don't know about that. But anyway, let's just go ahead and focus on this for now. And, well, there goes that. And let's see how the others are doing. Well, Luigi certainly doesn't get any points at all because of that particular very, very awkward drawing, as far as I can tell from that little drill of lines. So, yep, he did miss this. Or he did miss, I should say. Oh, sorry about that, folks. I just want to, get my foot able to be fully energized and stuff, which I must admit that I do apologize for that. So, again, it's not the most comfortable thing in the world, especially no spoiler. We've now got ourselves our, well, double bed, as far as I like to point things out, or even a bigger bed as a result for that matter too. Excuse me. Oh, please don't you dare. Okay, she meets up with Bowser again, which... This seems as kind of random, but at the same time, I think she might able to actually screw herself up for the majority of this board. In this case, we're going back into Bowser's facelift again, so hopefully we would be able to get up to 90 points or more if we are practically going to be safe from here. So, anyway, yeah, let's get back into the discussion about Xbox Series X as well as Xbox Series S. The biggest differences between the two is the fact that Xbox Series S is all digital, and then as far as Xbox Series X is concerned, it basically contains a disk drive. And because of that, also to top it off as well, basically, I think Xbox Series S is going to be much more cheaper than Xbox Series X was. So, first worth mentioning for this point as well, just because, well, just to compare the actual price difference in between. So, but either way though, I'm pretty sure that it wasn't until when we get into the point until the 22nd of September, basically that most Xbox fans out there were able to pre-order that. And during at some point about 2 days from now. So, but either way though, Xbox fans will be pretty much excited by this point, especially noticeable how that we've now finally managed to get ourselves some info about the forms of Xbox Series X, or should I say Xbox Series S as well. So even then, because if you want to count that up, then, more power to you for that. So, and as far as the actual cost of the actual Xbox Series X, as far as I'm concerned, I think it'll probably cost about, specifically in the UK country or something like that, and I think it's about to cost about $449, which is not that much expensive, but at the same time is a little bit compared to you know, PlayStation 4 as well as Xbox One, and even especially notable with, of course, Nintendo Switch. Assuming if Nintendo were able to work on, you know, the next Nintendo Switch model at some point next year. But, well, depending if they're able to do it, because, well, of course, the pandemic is obviously going to be the worst thing ever in terms of 2020, and it's bad enough it's gonna continue until 2021, I'm afraid. So if you want to get some more freedom, unfortunately we have to wait a little bit longer, which again, it's always the worst thing. It's always the worst freaking thing, but I digress. And it looks like Peach is gonna get screwed over no matter what, because she now got bankrupted. In addition to no stars in general as well, so that seems kind of unfortunate for her. And it looks like Yoshi might be the only one managed to make it to the last Baby Bowser. And hopefully he'll get his star back after getting slashed by, you know, from Bowser, obviously. So even then, can he able to beat him? Well, yes he did, because if you get 10, you'll get an instant win. So there's no way Baby Bowser's gonna catch up. So yeah, at least Yoshi managed to got himself his star back. Even though sometimes it's the fact that the actual warp courses can sometimes manage to shuffle around. But you know. And as I said earlier, if all 7 Baby Bowsers has already been taken down, well, basically they're now reappeared on the exact same spaces, but every now and then it's gonna get a little bit more tougher now compared to the forms of how it does it from the first time around. So it's one of warnings out, just in case if you're able to actually just to know of what happens if you do manage to, you know, just trying to win against with all 7 of those Baby Bowsers. It will obviously bring them back again, except now they're gonna make them a little bit more tougher. As far as I can tell. Alright, so Pipe Maze, I'm pretty sure Yoshi's gonna aim where Yoshi is, so I'm guaranteed that he would be able to actually just aim for that, so not much else too surprising about it, but at least that's something. And sure enough, there it is. So yeah, as far as getting Xbox Series X is concerned, well, depending on my enough room for my games consoles, well, I don't know exactly for sure though, just because, well, I just don't have anything else decided yet. Even though I've still only got 2 Microsoft Xbox consoles for now, which are the original Xbox and also Xbox 360, because these are the only 2 I'm most likely going to be cared for, because, again, I'm not a big fan of Xbox One though, to be honest with you, just because of the actual name is a little bit silly, so it looks like Peach doesn't have enough coins to able to face off against with Baby Bowser because, well, she just got screwed over a lot for the sake of the actual board itself. And once again, she meets up with Bowser again. Although, to be quite frank, Bowser will able to give her a hand by able to give her about 20 coins, I'm presuming for this matter. So in this case, yep, he'll able to give her 20 coins and give a actual shocking face. Or shocking face, as far as I like to pointing out. I have no idea why I'm truly saying for this point right now, but still. Alright, so it looks like Luigi gets an 8, and, well, unfortunately he doesn't seem to able to face off against with the Baby Bowsers for surely, because, well, he doesn't have enough coins. Off by 2, by the way. But yeah, quite pleased about this, because either way though, that despite the first attempt of my recording session doesn't go that much well enough, but turns out I actually did manage to succeed by the forms of specific stuff. So, anyways, 5. I think I probably should take 5. And, because I'm also able to have a one-on-one face-off against with, you know, with Baby Bowser with that particular bet, so hopefully we would be able to win this. And sure enough, 8. And let's see how many Baby Bowser's gonna get. He gets a lower roll, so in this case, I win. And in fact, I never actually got myself unlucky moments worth noting for it, because I just simply managed to able to, well, conquer it all. Unlike the ones and how it does it in Bowser's Make-Man Mountain that I seem to get screwed over at the beginning. But on the other hand though, red space at the end, so oh well, whatever. Alright, so let's see what Yoshi's might able to guaranteed for his victory moments. And it looks like he's gonna go all the way back to the very beginning of the board and start from scratch. At least assuming for that point anyway. I have no idea why I'm truly asking about this for this point right now. Clearly it's because of the fact that that's all I can really discuss upon for this point because, well, there are some things I have not mentioned in the Super Monkey Ball 2 Let's Play and all that stuff though, but hey, at least on the upside I did at least manage to mention a lot of things for this point today, so I guess that's good. So it looks like Yoshi gets another star by simply able to win on that dice block face-off against with, of course, Baby Bowser. And to top it all off, he will land on the happening space at the end. So I'm guessing if I recall correctly that Yoshi might able to get the happening star, I'm presuming for this matter. But then again, no, we have to wait and see what happens until whenever this board was actually finished, so... But sometimes it might take a while to able to let this board finish, so even then though. And we're ending off with 2 versus 2, as in Handcar Havoc. Oh boy. Hopefully we're not gonna able to mess things up again, at least if I say that out loud, then basically I need to get a lot of practice on this minigame until whenever we get on to, you know, minigame island playthrough and stuff like that, which I'm hoping I would able to dealt that, but anyway. Alright, come on Peach, we can do this for surely. Even we must do this for the greatest victory of them all. And looks like Yoshi and Luigi did fall off. And... oh my god, it's the same curve that I always screwed up! Oh well, at least we'll take a draw. Nothing matters anyway, because we don't lose anything at all, for the sake of this particular minigame itself. Seriously, I still need to get some lot of practice on that minigame, so... Anyways, let's get into the last results in Eternal Star. So I've got the most stars, 4 stars to be exact. Yoshi got 2 stars, and I've got the most coins, 106. So, Game Star, obviously me. Because I'm a super god in terms of, you know, mini-games, as far as you guys should know. Coin Star goes to, also me. Well, because it's pretty obvious, because thanks to Jen's times, managed to able to help me out slightly, so... Happening Star, obviously... oh! Luigi and Yoshi both got the Happening Stars. Okay, that seems kind of surprising. Even though, unfortunately, Peach might able to become in 4th place, so... The winner in the final board in Mario Party 1 is... well, if you couldn't tell for the actual sake of points already, it will obviously be me. And conveniently enough, I actually win every single board in Mario Party 1. Very convenient, wasn't it? Especially noticeable how the fact that it sometimes, with all these little minigame mistakes that I've always attempted to come across into, but apart from that though, I managed to become the Eternal Champion in, of course, every single board in Mario Party 1. And obviously in the epilogue, basically the actual Power Star or the Star Power managed to able to knock out not only Bowser, but Baby Bowser as well. And once those two are out of the way, the Eternal Star has been fully restored and we are zooming into outer space. And because of that, we have managed to save the Eternal Star as well as, well, we pretty much stopped Bowser for surely. And then, much like in Bowser's Make-Man Mountain, for those of you in 4th place on this board, nothing really terrible happening to you. So it's just a matter of like, well, to be more specifically, just trying to able to be, well, helping, I suppose. So anyways, let's have a look at the detailed results. Pretty much dominated in between, let's just say, the minigame star as well as the coin star. And I might be curious to see what the happening space totals that we've actually got for the sake of the forms of this board. In fact, kind of thing about it though is the fact that, well, if we go all the way to the right, then we see Luigi and Yoshi are the only ones who managed to land on 3 happening spaces. And looks like Peach, she's the only one managed to land on just only 1. And 1-player minigames I'll land on the most. And I think that was 6 chance times in the sake of this board. Jeez, that's quite a lot. But anyway, enough about that, and let's check out the, well, looks like Peach managed to get a lot of mushroom spaces, because compared to us, we didn't seem to able to land on the actual space at all. I mean, that seems kind of shocking, as far as I like to point it out. So anyways, with that being said, folks, we are done with every single party board in Mario Party 1. And with that being said though, join me next time on Let's Play Mario Party 1, or Mario Party, whatever you want to call it, is the fact that we're about to be showing off the minigame stadium, and to be more specifically, it's going to be called Potter Skills, which is going to be most likely focusing on minigames. So I'll see you guys until next Saturday. Later, fellas.